Liverpool Football Club, right now, they can't be stopped. It's as simple as that. 5 wins out of 5 in the Premier League, 6 wins out of 6 in all competitions, with a tough run of games coming their way without Florian Wirtz or Alexander Isak even up to scratch yet. They have still won 6 out of their opening 6 games. With Crystal Palace away coming up in the Premier League and a Southampton League Cup game, it looks like they could do 8 out of 8. A team that at this moment in time is firing on all cylinders. They are firing on all cylinders. And when you look at their closest rival to the Premier League title, not taking the handbrake off in some of the biggest games, not really going for the jugular. Meanwhile, Liverpool have scored more goals than any team so far in the Premier League. They've scored more goals in the Champions League than a lot of teams. Is it looking like they're closing on their 21st league title? Is it too early to say? It's only 5 games in. And I think it's fair to say that Arsenal have had a very tough run. They've played Man United away. They've played Liverpool away. They've played City. They've got Newcastle this weekend. But I want to talk about Liverpool because it looks like they're inevitable right now. One of the best things about Manchester United during their domination during the Premier League era was they were essentially mentality monsters where they would play to the very, 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 very end. You saw a lot of the Arsenal players yesterday celebrating a draw. If Liverpool scored that equaliser yesterday against Man City, in my humble opinion, no one would be going mad like that. It would be 2 points dropped. And this is where I think that Arne Slot has instilled a winning mentality back into this Liverpool team that Jurgen Klopp, when he left, it wasn't fading out because essentially Jurgen Klopp has built this team. What I'm essentially saying is Liverpool are mentality monsters. How many late goals have they scored this season? People are calling it luck. It's not luck at all. It's a mentality installed in the team by the manager, by the captain, by the fans, by the players. It's holding people to account. They've beaten Arsenal so far this season. They've beaten Atletico Madrid this season. They've beaten Newcastle. They've got Madrid, Palace, City, all coming up in the next 10 games. I just don't see right now who stops them. I really, really don't. The only slight concern I have is what a lot of Liverpool fans do have is if they get a defensive injury at centre-back. But even then, they can just go in January and bring a centre-back in. It might be Mark Gahey. It might be someone else. In this video, we are going to break down Liverpool Football Club's run so far and who stops them. Make sure you drop a like on the video if you haven't already. It really would be greatly appreciated. Liverpool fans, of all the Liverpool videos I put out, you guys are the ones that don't show the most love. 97% of people that watch Liverpool videos aren't subscribed. So please go down, smash a like on the video, hit that subscribe button. The road to 79,000 subscribers is well and truly on. And we are about 350 or so away from hitting 79K. I want to bring up the Premier League table right now after game week 5. And if you're a Liverpool fan, all you are seeing right now is green ticks, which is a win. 5 out of 5, 11 goals scored, 5 conceded, and a win in the Champions League. Now, this weekend's game for me is Liverpool, and I can't believe I'm actually going to say this, but I actually think this is their hardest game. I actually think this fixture coming up at the weekend is harder than playing Newcastle away. It's harder than playing Arsenal at home. And you'll probably be thinking, Henry, you are talking some absolute nonsense. You're playing a Crystal Palace team that are 16 games unbeaten, who beat Liverpool in the Charity Shield, who won against Man City in the FA Cup. And at Selhurst Park, they are very, 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 very good. Only conceded 2 goals this season. Everyone's speaking about Arsenal's defence. I don't hear anyone speaking about Gahey, Lacroix, Muniz, Mitchell, Henderson. The same team that sold Eberechi Eze, that sold Elise, they just managed to bring these players in. Now, the fact that Man United are in 11th and the fact that Aston Villa are in 18th is absolutely insane. It is incredible that Aston Villa, as it stands right now, have not won a Premier League game. The only team in the league, other than bottom of the league Wolves, who have not won a game. Now, let's look at Liverpool's lineup when they beat Everton 2-1 in the Merseyside derby to make it 6 in a row. This is a Liverpool lineup that does not have Florian Wirtz firing all cylinders right now. It doesn't have Alexander Isak. Hugo Ekitike. When everyone told me, Henry, you're talking nonsense, Hugo Ekitike isn't that good. I would love to hear what those fans are saying right now, because I told everyone Hugo Ekitike this season gets a minimum of 20 GA. And everyone said, Henry, you're talking absolute nonsense. Well, he's already got 5 if you include the Charity Shield goal he got. He's got 3 in the Premier League with 1 assist, and he's got 1 goal in the Charity Shield. 7 games played, 5 GA. Everyone told I was nonsense, said that I was talking nonsense. Ryan Gravenberch right now is probably the best central midfielder in the Premier League. McAllister, firing on all cylinders. Dominic Szoboszlai can play centre midfield, can play attacking midfield, has even come in at right back. Even when Cody Gakpo, this season, hasn't been anywhere near his absolute best like we saw last season, the fact that they have brought in so many different goal scorers, like Isak when he finally starts, when he gets his first goal, like Salah has. Everyone said Salah would fall off, still got 3 Premier League goals. I look at this team, and when you look at the bench as well, that consists of Alexander Isak, Florian Wirtz, Curtis Jones, Frimpong, Rio Injumara, Robertson, George Mamadovashvili, Endo, and Joe Gomez. Like, a lot of people would argue that Liverpool's team isn't as strong as Arsenal, and that there may be an element of truth in that. But one thing you have to agree about Liverpool right now is they know how to win. And one thing that was inevitable, and I'll go back to what I was saying at the beginning of the video, when Man United had Alex Ferguson, they had Fergie time. Liverpool right now have slot time. Let's look at it. Last minute winners against Burnley, Newcastle, 80-plus minute winner against Liverpool, against Arsenal, last minute winner against Atletico Madrid, and 2 goals in the 88th minute plus against Bournemouth. That isn't luck to do that many times. That is a mentality to fight until the very, very end. And when you look at their fixture they've got coming up as well, I'll be honest, we will find out again if there's anyone out there that can stop Liverpool. And I'll be honest, I do think the game against Crystal Palace is going to be very, very difficult indeed. But look at their recent results. Let's look at it from pre-season against Yokohama after that defeat against AC Milan. Let's look at their results. 3-1 against Yokohama, 4-1 against Atletico Bilbao, 3-2 against Bilbao, 2-2 draw, which they lost on penalties against Palace, 4-2 win against Bournemouth, 3-2 win against Newcastle, 1-0 against Liverpool. Then when you go to the next page, 1-0 against Burnley, 3-2 against Atletico Madrid, and 2-1 against Everton. And this is Liverpool's next 10 games. 7 games. Southampton, not 3 points. They win, they progress to the next round. Galatasaray, they win, won't be easy. They have 6 points and they're opening 6 in the Champions League. Crystal Palace away is very difficult, but I believe Liverpool have enough in the tank to go and get the 3 points. Chelsea right now, 3 games in a row without a win, including the Champions League, losing to Manchester United. Without Sanchez, it could be a blessing for them, but I still think Liverpool get the job done. Liverpool will then absolutely destroy Man United after the international break. Then they have a tough trip in Germany to Frankfurt and a tough game 3 days later against Brentford. But I don't see anyone in this list right now stopping Liverpool. You then get to their next set of fixtures. Villa, Madrid, City, Forest, PSV, West Ham, Sunderland, Leeds, Inter, Brighton. I'll be honest with you guys, I don't see who stops them. When they get Alexander Isak and Florian Wirtz up to speed, they are going to absolutely destroy this league, providing they don't get a centre-back injury to Konate or Van Dijk. I look at it right now. The manager's tactics, always making the right substitutions on the hour mark, going for the jugular, going for the win. Roy Keane said yesterday, when he worked under managers like Alex Ferguson and Clough, two of the greatest managers of all time, they gambled. They gambled because they want to win. And that is what Arne Slot is doing. Mikel Arteta at the moment looks like he's doing the opposite. He looks like being brutally honest, he looks like right now that he is playing for draws in some of these big games. If he starts Eberechi Eze yesterday, they maybe beat Manchester City. They probably will beat City. It's the worst City team we've seen under Pep. To go with 35% possession against Arsenal is absolutely tragic. But when you're a Liverpool fan right now and you're looking at all these recent results, you have to be extremely, extremely confident. You know, reducing Everton to 2 shots on target. Fair enough, Liverpool conceded. But the fact that Everton did not create a big chance, you know, and I look at their fixtures they've got coming up as well, Liverpool, I just don't see, even when they play Real Madrid, don't get me wrong, their run of fixtures is a lot more difficult, but these next 7-8 games from Southampton tomorrow, they'll comfortably beat them. Crystal Palace on Saturday. I think that's their, is it crazy for me to say that is their toughest game in their next 7 games? Crystal Palace. Who would have thought it? What a job Oliver Glasner has done. He has done an amazing job. Won the Europa League with Frankfurt against Rangers, joins Palace, loses Eze, loses Elise, nearly loses Mark Gahey, still got Palace competitive, wins the FA Cup with Palace, wins the Charity Shield with Palace, gets them in the Conference League. And that is one thing worth noting out as well, that Crystal Palace will have a Conference League game the following Thursday against Dynamo Kiev away. So maybe Crystal Palace rotate a little bit in there. Who knows? If you look at where the Dynamo Kiev game, where the Liverpool game is, now there's 5 days. That should be enough. But as it stands right now, guys, I just don't see, there's an inevitability about them. They're firing all cylinders. They're winning all their games. They've won 6 out of 6. I don't see who stops them. I really don't. I really, really don't. You know, goals conceded. You look at their stats going up against Southampton. It's gonna be a bloodbath for them, I'll be honest. And I expect them to heavily rotate. I expect Rio Njamoa to start. I expect Federico Chiesa to start. I expect Georgi Mamardashvili to start. Robertson to start. Joe Gomez to start. The young Italian centre-back they've got, is it Andoni? I expect him to start. Curtis Jones. Heavily rotate. And then the same players that played against Everton at the weekend will then play against Crystal Palace. And I as it stands, I don't actually think Crystal Palace have a cup game. No, they don't. They lost. They've got their cup game. I believe they've already had it. I believe. Could be wrong on that. But let me know your thoughts. Make sure you drop a like. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. And I'll see you next time. I'm out.